How's it going, everyone? Here we are back again in the free-to-play series. We're still level 43. We should technically be grinding away at Sturgeon right now, but if you saw the last episode, you know we went to White Moose Lake for a little vacation time away from the Sturgeon. We caught the giant, unique lake trout there. We caught a unique splake, and we caught some Atlantic salmon, and it was a good time. It was fun to break up the monotony, the pattern of catching sturgeon over and over and over the grind, the Sturgeon grind, you all know. Today, we're kind of going along those same lines, except we're going from the level 22 White Moose Lake, and we're moving on to the level 38 Kaniq Creek, everyone. I've got a number of rods, I've got a number of bait, we got some different lures we're gonna be using right in about 10 seconds. Hit the like button, pack your tackle boxes, and let's get into it, everyone.
It's Bow Angles.
The legendary Bow Angles.
Alrighty, Kaniq Creek, quite a bit more expensive than White Moose Lake. You were looking at, what, $4,000 for advanced license, $7,800 for the travel cost, and then for Kaniq Creek, $8,000 for the advanced license, and the travel cost is a $10,000 travel cost. And not only that, but like we have a keep net that can only allow 55-pound fish. If we catch a giant Chinook salmon, for instance, we can't even keep that sucker. We gotta let it go because it's gonna weigh more than our keep net. But one thing you need to be sure of, this rod's 46 pounds. I have 38-pound line on here right now, and this is a 32-pound reel. We should really think about upgrading that. I mean, at least the line or something. I mean, we probably don't have to because this is 32 pounds. We multiply that just for an idea, 64 pounds. That's, I mean, we can look real quick. Yeah, that's not even gonna cover the largest unique Chinook salmon you can catch out here. So it could just right up spool us, everyone. And not only that, but the Chinooks are real good about going way out and coming right back to you. And if you don't have a recovery above 36 inches, for instance, we have 39 here, so we're covered. You're gonna lose the fish due to low tension. I mean, that's just the reality of these darn salmon. So we might upgrade the reel here to be able to handle a slightly larger fish. Might upgrade the line real quick, but otherwise, we've got decent spoons. We've got different medium spoons. We got single spoons. We've got bullet spinners for the first time. Where are those suckers? Yeah, here gives you a good look. We got the medium spoons, we got single spoons, and we got bullet spinners. So once we upgrade this this reel and put some different line on there, I think we should be good to go, everyone. All right, so I'm shelling out the big money here. Now we've got the 46-pound Rivertech Zeus 8'10", 18 to 46 pounds on that. That was 28,000. Now we're gonna put on this 40-pound Kraken 7,000. I see the next reel is 45. This one's got a recovery of 35.5, which could be fine. I'm not sure. I like to think 36 plus, but 35.5 is probably pretty darn close, so that should be okay. But this thing's 39.3, so I'm gonna go ahead, 40 pounds there. We're gonna buy that sucker. We're gonna toss it onto this Rivertech Zeus here, and then we also bought 46-pound braid. Now I'm curious if the braid is too visible, for instance, maybe that could result in fewer bites. I was seeing that the fluorocarbon leader that we could throw on here costs 7 bait coins, and I was like, nah, I don't know. So we're gonna try this, see if we can get some good fish. If not, if we have anything to blame, maybe we can blame it on it not having that fluorocarbon leader. Otherwise, we can get these 4/0 hooks. I'm gonna bring along some 2/0 hooks for some of the smaller salmon. So let's make sure we have that. Throw that in there, and then we're gonna have some shiners we're gonna bring with us. Once we take out peas, I think that in there, and that should hopefully catch some salmon as well. I hope the spawn sack should work as well, so we'll just give it a go. Off to Kaniq Creek, everybody. Getting into the big leagues. All right, Kaniq Creek. We got 3 different locations we can go, and once you get down to the ground, it kind of makes a little bit more sense, so let's go ahead and just do that. $2,000. Thank you, thank you. So if you can see right here, this is a little stream that kind of runs through here. It's kind of a pinch point. You have a bunch of smaller streams way off in the distance there, and they go all together and become this little stream, which this empties out into some lakes and whatnot, and then it turns into kind of a river that curls around, and that's what you can really see from this map here. Bunches of little streams with islands and stuff going between them, and then it goes through this pinch point and then out into a larger, not really a lake, but a larger area of the river, and you can actually walk through this river in a lot of points to get to these islands over here in the bottom right corner. So we are going to start off just kind of fishing around for different fish, tried some different locations, and see what we can catch out here, because there's a lot of different salmon. That's the ground salmon fishing spot, but unsuccessful cast that time, darn it all. I'm gonna change the time to somewhere in the yellow. 1 hour later, or half hour, and we're just gonna start casting around these little rocks and boulders and see if we can pull any fish out of here, just to get lucky. There was a big chum salmon, it looked like. Let's see what we can do, eh? I am kind of curious now if we throw this. I think I'm gonna throw out, let me check the bait real quick. They should all go for spawn sacks, so I'm gonna throw out one with spawn sacks and one with the shiners just to give it a try, and we are just gonna toss them out as well to see if we get lucky. I feel like I've been here for about 5 minutes and we're just now getting a bite. We haven't got anything on the bait rods. This looks like a little pink salmon. Right on, our first pink salmon, only 4 pounds. But look at that thing. That is crazy looking. What a fun, looks like a slaughterfish from Skyrim. We have had nothing on the bait rods this entire time. And I finally switched. I've been going in between all my different lures that I brought with me, my spoons and spinners and stuff. And that first fish on the yellow medium spoon, the first time I've seen a fish this entire time here. Alright, we're changing up spots now. This is where all the little islands are with all the little streams running through it. And basically we're gonna run up to basically top of the mouth here, where we can see one island going through, and I'll show you on the map. So if we look at the map, you can see we're right about at the mouth here, and you can cast on either side of this island. Retrieve in that way. We unfortunately don't seem to have any luck over here either. So I think we might move on to our Chinook spot. Maybe it's just a bad day for targeting these other fish. I don't know. Alright, so hey everyone, Bo here in post. I thought this was a huge mistake on my part because, as you saw, I brought with me medium spoons, single spoons, and the bullet spinners, and then just never used the bullet spinners whatsoever. So last night during the live stream, we went back to Kaniq Creek with the same setup, and this time equipped the bullet spinners, and we had a lot more luck fishing on the same day during the same weather. Using just the 5/6 ounce 2-aught bullet spinner, we started catching salmon left and right, and specifically the black bullet spinner with the yellow blade with black spots on it. That was what was doing it for us. We had a trophy Dolly Varden and a trophy sockeye, and I found that I really liked casting toward this particular rock out in the water, which seemed to be a magic spot when retrieving for some reason. So I hope this helps you if you head out to Kaniq Creek, because I felt guilty leaving the video in this state without mentioning it. Now hook that like button. Please. So for the Chinook, we're going to be traveling to the hunter's cabin way down here in the bottom right. Once we're here, you can go out onto these little islands and cast out into the into that bigger portion there, and hopefully you get lucky. Or one favorite spot that you can do is travel all the way down this side here until you get to the very end and you can't go any further, and then I'll show you what you can do there. Alrighty, we've made it down the end of this little river bank or something like that. Basically from here you can kind of cast out all along here, cast towards these 3 big trees, or these 2 big trees out here, and eventually you hopefully find yourself hooked up with a Chinook, which is going to be great. You can use, oh, that was a big old sockeye. You can use 6-aughts on these guys too, but we are going to try a medium spoon 4-aught. And hopefully we get into some fish at all, because so far that one pink salmon is all we've been able to muster. That's not good at all. Oh yeah, I saw him come for it too. Did you see that? That was sweet. Can we go up one more drag? He goes for another little trip there. Oh, we can. Nice. That is nearly 40 pounds of drag acting against him there, so that is good. This doesn't seem to be unique. I assume he's probably either a normal or a trophy, but you never know. It is a 4/0 hook, and like I said, 6/0 will go up to those unique Chinooks. But as you can see, he is taking us out, taking all the line out. And then it eventually will start coming straight towards us, making a run straight towards us, and that is when you really need to reel in that slack, because otherwise they will just lose them in that slack. Oh, we got him in the 30s now, and all I keep thinking to myself is I hope he's under 55 pounds. I mean, the XP, I guess, for a larger fish would be okay, but I'm kind of hoping I can keep one of these fish. I always feel like the Chinooks are the easiest ones to catch. I'm curious if you've spent some time in Kaniq Creek. Which salmon do you think is the easiest to catch? Because I tend to think it's the Chinooks. It's so funny because they're the biggest ones here, but you seem to catch them hand over fist in comparison to the other salmon. Here we go. Come on, you. Trophy, trophy, trophy. Under 55 pounds. Yes, there we go. 42 pounds, $1,926. That's going to help a little bit. What do we spend? We spent $18,000 getting here, $8,000 for the advanced license, and then $10,000 for travel. So that is going to be a great start, everybody, getting our money back. We just need to catch 9 fish exactly like him, and we should get our money back. 675 XP though, you can't say no to that. Let's keep him and keep on casting. There we go, nice. Hooked up with another one. Taking us out, taking us out. Oh, this is different. This is different. It's either a sockeye or a coho. Nice, I'm glad we finally found some fish. Oh, it was very discouraging from the very beginning. I was thinking, oh no, this is bad. This is bad. As you get into higher level places, you know, the different fish that you can catch on particular days with particular weather starts to play more of an effect sometimes. And so, who knows? I might have the wrong lures. Might not be the greatest day for a particular species or a particular location. I'm just glad we finally found some fish. That's all I can say. Come here, you. Got him in the 30s now. In the 20s. Yes, look at this guy. Should be a good coho. There we go. Trophy coho. Very nice. Pretty fish, man. $994. You know, not the greatest, especially for a 21-pound fish. That ratio just goes out the window, doesn't it? But yeah, 396 XP. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's $1,000 right there. That's good. We're at 3,000 out of 18,000 now. I've just been doing the stop and go. I get to the middle of the water column and I just try to keep it there as best I can doing that stop and go. And so far it's been working. 2-3 stars out of that retrieve, and a fish comes out of it. And I'm just casting right in the middle of the river too. Oops, you just got a little nibble there. Something. Ooh, there we go. Boy, it was real soft. It was real soft. I just saw the meter start to go up, and then I just cranked it over to the right, and we set the hook on him. Looks like another coho. I thought maybe when we caught that first Chinook that it would just be a day of Chinooks, but this coho, smaller than the last coho, didn't even need the net. 10-pound coho there for a little less than $500. Pretty fish though. Fun to be in a different area and not be looking at sturgeon all night long for hours upon hours. But we are still catching them right in the middle. I can see that water ripple, if you can see that. Let me try to zoom in here. That rippling water right where the end of my rod is pointing to. That's where I kept seeing it, and that's where I keep casting to, and we are just pulling out Chinooks and cohos out of that rippling water. So I'm, like I said before, I'm glad we finally found the fish. Goodness gracious. Especially spending $18,000 to get here, even when you had 140 to start with or whatever. It still feels good to make that money back. Twitch with the spoon right now, see if that's any different. I suppose while we're waiting here, we could throw out our other rods, even though they haven't done any good for us yet. But we could just go ahead and throw them out there just to see. Woo! Woohoo! Now that got hammered. That was a stop and go, and that guy just came up and snagged it. Another Chinook, it looks like. He took us out a good 30 feet right in that first little run. Once he grabbed it, just took it out a good 30 feet. The number was just going just super fast. We got our other rods out there. Ooh, no way, we got a take. I was curious this entire time. I haven't caught anything on those bottom rods, and now that we're dealing with this big Chinook, which is probably a trophy or unique, Finally getting a take on the bottom rod over here. Let's see what this is about. Something small. Get him in a few feet and then switch. This guy's a lot bigger than that other one. Oh, okay. Well, it was only on there for like 5 seconds. Can't do much about that. This Chinook's a lot bigger now. We're dealing with some low line tension as well. Pump that rod up with these bigger fish. Once we're at this stage, right? It doesn't hurt to start pumping the rod and trying to get some line in. Out to 150. Love catching these big fish, but at the same time, I keep being afraid that we're gonna go over our 55-pound max weight. There, you know what I mean? It's also not a bad idea to start remembering that if they like really start to deal with some low line tension, you can always like step backwards like that, and it'll kind of increase the line tension more than what your reel can do. What a cool fish. In the 20s now. You tuckered out there, bud? Ready to take a ride in the net? Says, no way, Jose. I'm going back out to 40. There we go. Get in the net, bud. Get in the net. There we go. Let's go! And under 55 pounds. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. That is it right there, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That's why you come to Kaniq Creek for these big, unique Chinook salmon. And if you're looking for a vacation, you know, out of the way of those sturgeon, that is it right there. Let's take a look at this. Kaniq, what do you think of this, bud? Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. That is so awesome. So awesome. Mountains in the background. Beautiful fish, dude. That is so cool. Kaniq, you look happy. Got our hands on that 52-pound unique Chinook right there. And that makes the trip, everybody. Almost $2,500, 1,000 XP. That's what I'm talking about. Even when you're out here just having some fun, trying to, you know, forget about the sturgeon. Every time you think about it, it just brings back dark memories and whatnot. You don't want that. You don't want to be thinking about fighting a sturgeon every single minute of every single day here in Fishing Planet. No, sometimes we can look at this unique Chinook salmon and be happy that we took a break. And that is awesome. So let's go ahead, keep him. Thankfully, he was under 55 pounds. Caught him with that 4-aught hook. If we'd done a 6-aught hook, who knows? Could have gone over that. Who God, I don't know. I think a lot of the smaller salmon we've been catching too, we can kind of be thankful that it's because we were using that 4-aught hook. And even with that smaller Chinook we got on these spawn sacks. One thing I do want to try before this video is over is some night fishing. I've heard that people have some pretty good luck night fishing for salmon, and I'm not sure. Yeah, we have a good little lump right here. We could possibly catch some fish. So I am eager to give that a try eventually. Look at that. Those spawn sacks are working, man. Slightly stronger rod here with the cat boxer. I think it's 46 pounds or something like that. Small fish means that we can definitely keep them in the keep net, and even with a small Chinook, we have to use the net to get them in. Look at that, 14-pound Chinook, and that's a small one. That's awesome. $650. I guess we'll keep it. I guess we'll keep it. So, go with 11 o'clock. Might be a little slow at first, but hopefully picks up. I'm just going to stick, unless I start seeing ripples out in the water, I think I'm just going to stick with this general location. And cast right back out there. Hopefully with the time change, we start seeing some fish being caught. Fingers crossed anyway. I mean, the cool thing is, if the nighttime fishing is good, there are a number of like nighttime spoons that you could use. So I think it's not a bad idea to come out here at night and catch a bunch, because then you can just move time from one night to another. Nothing on the cast, nothing on the baits. I'm not gonna stay here any longer. You know, one thing I would be curious about, you know, we're using bottom rods because there's current on this river, and I just want them to stay in one spot. However, it would be neat to see if some strong match rods kind of floating down the river with bait, if that would work. It would be interesting. Try. Well, look at that. I'm telling you. Had nothing going on at the other spot. For 15 in-game minutes, we move over here, and within the first minute of it being out there, 2 fish on 2 different rods. Goodness gracious. Oh, just get him in. Got him. Got him. 15-pounder, okay. Grab the second rod. He's going upstream. He's going upstream. Watch it be a unique. No, he's not. Yeah, a little 14-pounder, okay. I am curious. I mean, I am curious if the days really make a difference on the type of salmon that you end up catching. We had pretty darn good luck with the Chinook and the cohos on that particular day we were on. But I'm curious, for those of you who have spent a lot of time at Kaniq Creek, do you often find that, that different days are better than others, or am I just, the lures I have just not working well at all? Probably help your fellow angler out by letting people know down in the comments. Put down your favorite lures and favorite days to be fishing on or something like that. That'd be great to see. There we go, hooked up. Doesn't seem super big though. And 12 pounds this time. There we go, hooked up again. You know, we caught those first 2 fish on the bait, and we've been doing better with the lures, to be quite honest. Ever since then, we haven't seen another fish on those bait rods this entire time. Small Chinooks. Woo! That guy hammered that one. Oh, that's a decent fish. That's a decent fish. I've just been thinking, I was like, I better mark one of these fish we catch out here. But then I was like, should I just mark one of those normal Chinooks, or should I wait till we get a bigger one? What if we don't catch a bigger one for this video? And then this guy came along and absolutely hammered it. But those smaller ones, you know, they come up and they tap it, and I have to kind of set the hook. Not this one. He came up and just gobbled it. That's a good fish. That's a real good fish. Yeah, it's moments like these when he's taking you out to 180 feet where you're glad that you have that reel that can, you know, reel in so fast, you know, get in that slack to keep the tension up. And break 200 here in just a second. Goodness gracious. Well, I've started actively fighting him, and we're just kind of holding down my left mouse to keep reeling, and then I'm just pumping with the right. And we've gone from 190 to the mid 150s so far just doing this. And I kind of just, look at it, he's beached up there now. Look at the tension go way down. You see him beached and you think, oh, I've got him. And then the tension goes way far down and you think, what the heck? You just got 100 feet on him almost, just from him beaching himself on the bank there. 2 big things I always remember about the Chinook salmon is that they can really get your tension down real low so that you lose them from low tension and slack. And they're really good about beaching themselves. I don't know why. It must just be the terrain around here and their, you know, their personality of, you know, going from left to right and way out and way back in and everything. They must just run into the islands and the banks or something in the process. I'm not sure. Boy, if he can get up on the side there. There we go. Bow rush, bow rush, bow rush. Get in here, buddy. Yes! Let's go! 60 pounds. He's too big to keep. But we got 1,285 XP for him. Right on, man. That is bigger than our 55 pounds allowed, but hey, that is a great fish. That is a real good fish. Well, cool. I've got a flashlight so strong that it's blinding him, but hey, you gotta be happy about a fish of that size. We have caught 2 unique fish today, one during the day and one at night. The Chinook salmon. So fun. Well, if you come to Kaniq Creek, this is the sort of fish you're looking to catch, man. And I'm glad we were able to catch 2 of them, one during the day and one at night. I think we still have quite a ways to go to make back our $18,000 that we spent coming here. But it is a fun break, unlocking Kaniq and unlocking White Moose Lake in the midst of your sturgeon grind. You gotta take advantage of that because they're too fun. They're too fun of places to unlock and then never fish, you know? So I hope this is fun to you. I know that it'll probably take a few days fishing here, so don't come here expecting to just stay one day and start making loads of money. I don't know if you ever will make loads of money at Kaniq Creek, but it is fun. It is a fun place to be, and there's so many different types of salmon. And like I said, if you have tips for catching those other salmon, you know, comment it down below. Help out your fellow angler, because it's a fun place. It is really cool to come out here and catch all these types of salmon, even if it's not, you know, the best way of making money or something like that. So anyway, hope this was helpful. If it was, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to join us for our live streams every Monday, Wednesday, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Central, make sure you do so. Would love to see you there. Chat with you about fishing and whatnot. Let's go ahead and release this guy. 60 pounds. Got that 1,285 XP, though we won't be able to keep the money. And we will go ahead and mark him on the map, too. Right there. Night. We'll call him the Night Chinook. Ooh, very cool. Had to catch a few of them to get them, but there we go. Right there in the middle. So you can go back and pause it to get your coordinates. But anyway, like I said, hopefully it was helpful, and we'll see you in the next episode, everyone. Take care, and as always, remember, everyone,
We're one planet, one family. Game on.